And maybe you will have new indication in October, other stuff we haven't done. All right, but anyway, we're opening to this year's indication with a little talk about probably the most topical event that happened in Singapore this year, which was the general election in May. And I think it's not so much really about the historical fact of the talk, but about how and about the intersection between politics in Singapore and the gay perspective on Singapore. And that's really not what I want to touch on tonight. But it's really not a talk. It works. Oh, wonderful, it works. It's a conversation with you, alright? It's not a panel, it's not a single expert speaker delivering a Lee Kuan Yew lecture. One day. But it's a conversation in 3 parts. Feel free to just jump up and interject if you like, okay? Because it's really a dialogue. I see my role not so much as a speaker, as a catalyst of a conversation within our community and with those who are not part of the gay and lesbian community, so that there is some bridging and cross-fertilization of ideas. Right? Okay, first part I want to talk about is about media and manifestos. And this was actually the pebble that started this idea of giving a talk about politics. Because in this year's general election, something really new happened. Maybe in a very unplanned way. But something new happened, which was that the gay issue got mentioned in the context of electoral candidates. We didn't plant it, please don't blame me. We didn't plant it, it happened. Unfortunately, the reporter who did it has, I think, unless she is trying to got some other engagement, and so it's not really that we have not. But anyway, and that's a reporter from what the gay community has called the trashy tabloid. The newspaper, the one that likes to dwell on toilet stories. That newspaper actually went around and asked a number of PAP candidates, it was actually on candidates, a few gay questions. And I think it was a great surprise. So what I want to do is recap and go through the answers that the election candidates gave us. I don't know if they are here or just invited them. Maybe they were very busy. Okay, right. The first question, which was posed to 3 PAP candidates, just to refresh your memory, you might have seen it in the papers itself, was this: last year, the application to hold Nation Zero Live, a national gay party gay people, was rejected as contrary to public interest. Do you think it was the right decision? Zaki Mohammed, a new PAP candidate, I think it was for Hong Kong, gave his answer. It was, from a religious standpoint, I think it was the right decision, but I do have acquaintances who are gay. Sorry, what involved into that? Sorry. Can you see from the back? Yes. Okay, that goes to tripod. Okay, right. Denise Hua, she's very famous now, isn't she? Yeah? I'm not in favor of homosexuality, but sexual orientation is an individual decision. I'm putting on you because I want to get some feedback from you later on. Okay? What you see of these replies, what you think it represents of the People's Action Party's decision, and then the government's decision. The third candidate was asked the same question was Dr. Lim Hui Kia, and he said, I'm a doctor. And I do not think that homosexuality is natural. If my son told me one day that he is gay, I will honestly be upset, but I won't condemn it. We need to study the deeper underlying issues involved. This is just a recap, it's actually on the public record. Well, I'll tell you what I wrote on Johnny Brennan. And my comment about that was, well, he's framing the issue wrongly. You open an answer with, I'm a doctor, you immediately medicalize the gay issue. You treat homosexuality as medical, and then you present yourself as an expert to answer a medical question. But the problem lies because in framing it as a medical question or a psychological question. Right? It's like saying, you know, my son, he pronounces English very badly. You know, and you just can't pronounce the words, you can't enunciate properly. And your answer is, well, I'm a dentist, and I can say that teeth have nothing to do with pronunciation. Thank you very much. So this is the kind of answer that frames the question wrongly, and therefore, in my view, puts a negative on an issue because we then are medicalizing it when it shouldn't be. Well, the other question was, some days later, another batch of PhD candidates were introduced. Do you know any gays? For some reason, they forgot the lesbians. You know, how would you include them in your politics? I don't really understand the question myself, but very considered answer. I have gay acquaintances. It's easy to say that gay people are discriminated against, but when you take a close look at policies and facts, and I'm afraid we have them, discrimination is not as stark as people think. I think you forgot about Section 377 of the Human Code. Gay people have very similar aspirations as heterosexuals. Thank you, we agree. The choice of their sexuality is just one aspect of who they are. Another PhD candidate was asked that was, Ellen Lee, do you know any gays? How would you do them in politics? I have a handful of gay friends. I should be paying tonight, essentially, I have more. I don't think there's any special need for me to represent them. Because many of them are already very articulate and can do themselves, but they want to help me in my election campaign. I want to mention the tribal about the issue. I said to myself, you know, I don't agree with her. She's actually saying, I'm not going to help you guys, but if you help me, I'll take your help. I think some of these young PhD candidates need to do a little cryptic learning or specific learning. I think my friends are being always open like that. You know, it sounds terribly like some people asking, you know, are you racist against blacks? Oh, some of my best friends are blacks. I mean, okay, it's not at all false. But anyway, I will not go on my way to lobby for them because there are consequences to cover. And I will focus on the bulk of the population first, all the best allocate resources. Again, is a framing problem in my view. They frame it as gays and lesbians are demanding special rights and special resources. You frame it in a certain way. And you're answering it based on that framing. And basically, in my view, I will contest that framing that you're asking for resources. You're asking for special treatment. I think what we're asking for is the state to cease and desist, to do less. Stop spying on us. That kind of thing. But anyway, third question was, is Singapore ready for gay MP? I think probably the best answer, she said, well, it's up to the people to elect one. That way we know, we will know if Singaporeans are ready. No. More problems with my PowerPoint. Forget the last third line, it's not part of the answer. Okay, the PhD looks for substance, but it's also sensitive to the feelings of the people. I'm not sure what that means. Young gay one, definitely not ready for a gay MP. Okay, right, so you all know, don't stand for election yet. We still hold Asian values, okay? Homosexuality is not Asian. I don't think representing the younger generation is just about addressing the gay issue. Only the younger generation are gay. Personally, I don't think homosexuality is the right value. Steep learning curve in my view. Right, Workers' Party, Mr. Yao is not here tonight. Lee Wai-ling, are you here? Oh, yeah. Oh, there you are. Eric Carr. And if you are dissatisfied with their answers, please don't ask me, ask them to in the room. Okay, next. Right. Okay, yeah. Look at this first question. If your son told you one day he was gay, what would you do? You know, this question struck